'Cause it's Friday.
Friday night, Friday night.
Thank goodness it's Friday. Happy Friday.
It's Friday already?
First things first, let's get good drunk.
Today is a day of saying, hey, yippee, hey, yippee.
This is Sparta!
Ah yes. We made it, we finally made it, we have made it to the Friday episode. On tonight's episode, Big Drewski and Casper break down some of the premier matchups in college football this upcoming weekend. Spreads, over/unders, and of course your weekly pick-ins. Today's episode is sponsored by the Depot Printhouse, www.staycating.com, and True Tennessean Clothing Company. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave the boys a review, because again, I can't stress this enough, but they have literally no clue what they are doing. Let's get on into today's show.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Little Tangerine Show. If you have not already, please click like and subscribe. Share this with your friends, because, it keeps us going and it makes us happy. I am your host, Big Drewski.
And I'm your co-host, Casper.
True Tennessean hat, which always flushes out on the old camera there, but I'm wearing my dad hat tonight. Here with Casper, the co-host.
Sorry, I stepped on your feet there. My bad, bro.
You're good. It's fine. I'm used to it. I get training for that all day long on our little phone call we do from time to time.
The bumble squirts are about to die.
No Friendsgiving this year.
God dang it, right. No busted chairs either.
No busted chairs. I'm not even going to go there. I just realized you didn't actually send me the official notes. You were working on them, but I'm going to stall for a second.
I got you right here.
But
how's it been so far, buddy?
It has been pretty good to decent. I guess I might as well just go ahead and say it on here now that, our family and everybody knows. But Big Drewski is going to have another little Drewski. That is... Yeah.
I was a little slow, sorry.
That's what it sounds like whenever we go over to Nana and Pop Pop's house now, because there's like 3 of them already, and there's about to be 2 more, including mine. But, yeah.
Congratulations to Nana and Pop Pop too, just for the record. I don't know if they listen or not, but
congratulations
to them too.
They're freaking out because there's 2 of them coming at the same time, reinforcements. But it's good, man. Our family is growing. It's awesome. Those of you that follow me on the socials know that one of my big things I always say is family first. Or actually, sorry, it's God first, family second, and then, Tennessee football is close third. But, it's, our family's growing, feels good, feels a little, I'm actually more excited this time around, strangely enough, I guess just because I sort of know what's coming, maybe, I don't know, no surprises this go around, but,
well, congratulations for real from Casper and Mrs. Casper. We are pumped for y'all, can't wait.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too. It's the wife's going through the morning sickness and stuff. Although we did finally get some medication and stuff for that. She's got the 2. Did your wife do the wristbands?
Yeah, she did about everything, honestly.
The anti-nausea wristbands. My wife's
do you have them on?
No, I don't have any on. I just
okay. I thought you were holding them up like you had them on, and I was
I was just
what's wrong with you? You're not doing any of this work.
I don't know, man. I hit Arby's pretty hard the other day, and I think I had some sympathy pains.
Oh, wow.
That's neither here nor there.
Do you get the fried mac and cheese bites?
I always get the fried mac and cheese bites now, every time.
This is an unpaid ad for Arby's. If you've been to Arby's and you haven't tried the mac and cheese bites, good Lord. You're really missing out on life. I'm just being completely honest with you. It is what it is.
Yeah, the Arby's deep fried mac and cheese bites. I'm going to tell y'all the same thing I told Casper first time he went. Just go ahead and get 2 orders.
Yeah, I didn't listen.
I mean, like you said, completely unpaid. We're just fans of Arby's and everything that they do. But yeah. What else has happened this week? Do we have any news?
News I put in there on the top of the notes.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
So, did you see about this blank plaque they handed Jimbo? I know we already talked about him getting fired on another show, but did you see where whenever he got hired at A&M, they gave him a blank plaque to fill in the year for national championship?
I did. Yeah, I seen that because the post that I seen said that aged like milk. Yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah, not a good look for old Jimbo. But I'll tell you what, Jimbo's getting out $76 million. I'd be fine for that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's not doing bad for himself. That's for sure. I wish I had those problems right now. Yeah, I did see that where, like you said, they handed him the blank plaque or whatever. It's like, yeah. So much high hope.
When you fill it in, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna fill it in 2 or 3 times," and then airball.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, that is what he said after they handed it to him. That was his line back, and that's why you don't do stuff like that when you announce a new coach. I'm just saying, like I'm just like, don't do that. Like everybody should take a PR lesson and don't do that shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it just kind of comes back to haunt you. And that's coming from Tennessee fans. I mean, we had to endure the whole brick by brick thing and all the crazy sayings and stuff like that. Like they had such high hopes for Jimbo. I mean, I know he got the one natty, but
yeah, brick by brick. Apparently, he's making a comeback, is what I've seen. But
oh yeah,
we'll see.
Trending for the Texas A&M job?
No, but apparently Dan Lanning said he wasn't going, and Dion said he ain't going nowhere. So.
That's kind of what I was trying to tell T. Fitty and a couple of people there. They kept talking about Dion. I was like, listen, dude, Dion ain't going nowhere. Not yet. I mean, he's got to stay somewhere for at least 2-3 years.
I mean, his offensive line is getting run over in the WAC 12. I mean, what good are they going to do in the damn, SEC? I mean,
wait. When did they get an offensive line?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh, yeah, it is that bad. I felt 100%, just for the record, I felt 100% confident that not the Tennessee VOLS, wow. Colorado Buffs would get 4 wins. I did feel like they could get 8, but I only put my money on 4, just, for the record. But not had the year they wanted.
There's a lot of people that after week 1 and went and put them in at like 6, and I think that whole thing was a setup, honestly.
Ooh, like you think Dion was in on it?
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm about convinced all this stuff is rigged, like, frankly. So
it do be looking like that from time to time.
Anyways, other news.
Mississippi State fires Arnett.
That's where the rumor is that Butch is going to go, is possibly Mississippi State. I guess
I could see him.
Yeah,
making a little home there.
Because you're not expected to win really at Mississippi State. You're just expected to try to finish like back in the top 25 every once in a while, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, other than that little stint with Dak there, and it wasn't Muschamp. Who was Dan Mullen? I think was down there for a little bit. But yeah, I mean Mississippi State. They're a kooky school, and I say that in a good way. They're a kooky school as far as like they just like to have fun and play some football from time to time or whatever. But I could see Butch Jones doing okay down there. I really could.
I mean, so the good news is you're going into SEC West. I did some research since the last show. The SEC West is no more starting next year. So, now that they're doing away with that, that'll help a little bit. I mean, honestly.
So they're doing away with divisions altogether?
Yes, they are doing away with divisions like everybody else. It only took them 27 and a half years, but they are.
That was what I thought.
Yeah. So this is the last year divisions in the SEC as we know it, which is sad, kind of, but also kind of like, okay.
It's weird. It's kind of like out with the old, in with the new. There's gonna be some people. It's like, no, college football's dead. It's like, I mean, dude, look, it's 2023. I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry. Yeah, but other than that, back to our Rocky Top news. You saw we got the basketball win over
Wofford.
Wofford.
Yeah.
Who was it that we were talking to that was talking about how great it was that we can drive the ball. Oh, it's T.
Oh yeah, T.
On
Fitty
Wofford.
was like, "Oh, dude, we finally got some boys that can drive it to the basket."
Listen, boys, don't
you were
come
like-
at me and Big Drewski with your bull crap on basketball, because I know we're football fans, but we actually know basketball.
Dude, low key. I mean, honestly, basketball's technically my favorite sport. It was my favorite sport to play growing up. Used to be my favorite sport to watch. The NBA got kind of political there. It's getting to where it's like everybody just takes two step across the half court line and chucks it up. But yeah, no, I love basketball, dude. It's always been my favorite sport, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I've missed the games so far. Last year I did a better job at the start. It's been kind of crazy at work and with the baby and all that stuff. But no, I do intend on doubling down on some basketball. I know T. Fitty made the claim last year that I didn't watch any games. I think I watched all but 3. But yeah, no, we love basketball. I mean, Casper's from the Tar Heel State.
I mean, I'm 6'7", y'all. Like, I play basketball. Like, I love basketball. Okay, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if it was feasible, I wouldn't even mind driving to Chapel Hill just to watch the Vols play in Chapel Hill. But
we're definitely gonna have to talk about that game on here.
that might be one of the few times Casper.
I just want you to know I will not be pulling for Tennessee in that game. I just want to go ahead and clarify that in case there's any question. Yeah, I'll definitely be pulling for the Tar Heel.
Yeah, you might have to pull some Tar Heel blue.
That is my first love. Okay.
Speaking of first loves, Dolly is going to Neyland.
Dude, right. What's she gonna do? What do you think she's gonna do?
Probably sit in the press box and wave, if I had to guess, or not the press box.
She's gonna sing the national anthem or something.
Ooh, that would be nice. Maybe maybe
she sings Rocky Top.
Oh, that
America the Beautiful.
Nuts.
I mean, I know I'm really just like going kind of off.
I mean, I think she's done a couple renditions of of Rocky Top and other classics like that. But yeah, old Dolly Parton is she's gonna be at Neyland. So I don't know. I didn't even think about it. I just figured she's gonna sit in a suite and wave. But yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe the marching band will get together and do a little ditty off of her new album. Maybe she'll sing Rocky Top. Maybe she'll get over there and twerk on Stir the Pearls, DJ stand. I don't think she's got that left in her, but
I can confirm Peyton will also be in attendance at the game, in case anybody was wondering. I have a little insider information on that. Peyton is coming to town.
Dang, man. This game's gonna be popping.
Yeah. But
yeah, I think it's probably safe to say that everybody loves Dolly, right? I mean,
I don't know anybody that doesn't.
I mean, I've literally never heard anybody say anything bad about Dolly.
Yeah,
I mean, she's a national treasure, but obviously in East Tennessee, she's a legend from the Sevierville area. So
yeah, she's more than a national treasure in East Tennessee. So anywho, let's get into it.
I think we've stalled enough.
Yep.
Don't really particularly want to talk about this game that we got going on here, but
yeah, y'all are gonna have to cut us slack if we don't like. We're diehards. Like we can't accept like just that we're gonna get slacked. So,
I mean, so all year long, I've always picked Tennessee, even when I wasn't 100% confident in it. This may or may not be the first time though that I go against the grain on that one. This one's just, I mean, so unless you live under a rock, Tennessee's going up against Georgia this weekend. It is at Neyland. That's like one of the only pros, but I don't know. UGA's favored by 10. That spread just keeps rising and rising. I put in a preseason bet. I just took whatever spread they had. But preseason, it was Tennessee plus 7.5. It's, varied a little bit, but now we're up to 10. I mean, pros.
Pros are it's at Neyland Stadium. That's pros are we played so bad they have no idea what we're gonna try because we're gonna have to try something different. There's your pro. Does that count as a pro?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm hoping for the best on this one. Only shot that we have is to run the ball and stop Brock Bowers. But I mean, even if you stop Brock Bowers, you got to stop Ladd McConkey too.
Yep.
If we can stop Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers, and we could run the ball, I definitely think we got a shot. I will say if Georgia plays it close with us like they have everybody else, that Neyland noise, man, might be the difference. I do think it's safe to say that they can't get in a close game with us at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, like my keys to the game are for us to come out and kind of start hot and try to get up on them and not let them get back up off the ground. I think that's our only hope. And even if they get back up, we just got to keep going. I think obviously we probably want to see. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what we're gonna do. Again, if we have 225 rushing yards or 200 rushing yards, that is the key to the game. I don't know that we can win without that. Do you?
No, I mean we got to put the ball on the ground. And what worries me, I think they said on the TV broadcast there that that Heupel was calling the plays. What we can't do is we can't go 3 and out 2 or 3 times in a row and only take 30 seconds off the clock. Or a minute and a half off the clock. I mean, that's how Mizzou killed us. I mean, it was just we would get the ball and either turn it over or have some dumb penalties or go 3 and out or something stupid, and then we wouldn't get the ball back for like 7 minutes. So with Georgia, nobody plays perfect, but with Georgia, you kind of have to play perfect. Like you can't make a bunch of mistakes and have 3 and outs and whatever. I think our defense without Haddon, we're not going to be able to slow them down. I don't think. I mean, I don't know that we're going to be able to lock up coverage enough, especially if our defense is on the field all game long.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's not. If we don't score, it's not going to matter. We're probably going to have to put up 30 plus to win this game. Right. I mean,
yeah. I mean, and the thing is with Georgia, they kind of bend and move and morph to who they're playing. They don't just, there's not any one specific way to beat Georgia. Like they're going to come out and they're either going to run it or throw it or whatever. And then whatever you do, they're going to make adjustments. Coming out of halftime.
A good adjustment coach for sure. Learned that from Saban, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, and it's, like I said, I mean, he, you just can't make mistakes. You can't turn the ball over. You can't make dumb penalties. And we play good at home. Obviously, we're on a 14-game win streak, I think.
Yeah, that's good.
So
that's good. We have. I mean, I don't think we have much of a chance to win this game, but if we're going to do it, we got to play dang near a perfect game. In my opinion, and we got to catch them off guard a little bit. Maybe catch them snoozing a little bit. They just got knocked up to number 1. You know what happened last time this game happened and team got moved up to number 1 that week?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot on the line. Even if we go and lose to Vandy next week, there's a lot. I mean, this right here is as big as it gets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
so
one good thing is, the Neyland faithful, they're going to come out. They're going to be loud. They're going to be rocking. I think they're going to be problematic. They're going to cause the issues. You may or may not be going to the game, right?
I am going to the game.
So Casper is going to go to the game, so he's going to try to do his part. I'm gonna see. I may or may not end up going. You know, staycating.com's trying to sell their tickets currently. If they don't, then who knows what'll happen with that. But yeah, the Needland faithful has to come out and be loud. I mean, that is definitely part of it. And I will say though, and I'm probably going to get like castrated for this on the internet, but I do feel weirdly confident that the Vols may actually win this game because, and I know we've talked about it, but we might as well get it on record. But
It'd be the ballsiest Vols thing to do at the end of the day is win this game, right? Like,
right.
and then probably lose to Vandy next week. But I mean, like, I don't know, man.
Us coming out and beating Georgia for no reason when we don't technically deserve it.
Yeah.
And there's no real reason for us to would be a very Vols thing to do.
We've known all year too. Like, I mean, you've talked about this all year. Like, it's right here. It was going to be the matchup. Unfortunately, it's not what we wanted it to be. Now it's less of like, hey, I hope we can win this thing. To like, man, if we really want to like make this, in my opinion, what I would call a good season, I think we're still. I'm not saying we're having a trash year, but if we lose this game, like it's just average.
If
year,
we lose this game,
I mean that with all
hopefully
respect to coaching staff and players and everything. But if we lose this game, it's just another year of Tennessee, and that's okay because I'm gonna keep wearing orange, and Big Drewski's gonna keep wearing orange. But like what me and you I think talked about for the year we wanted to see was, 9-3, and we got to win one, Florida, Georgia, or Bama, right? And this is the last one. This is gonna be the hardest one, and it's probably not gonna happen. But I'm gonna be hoping just as much as you are.
8-4. The other thing, and I mean, I see the messages and the comments and whatever, but I mean, 8-4. We got to remember Heupel. Josh Heupel's in his third year. We massively overperformed last year. Had we not went 11-2 last year, had we went 8-4 or 9-3, we would have been like, dang, man, that's not bad, dude. We're actually winning some ball games, And then if we came in and be like 8-4, but hey, we didn't go too far backwards. Like let's keep building on it. But because we went 11-2, now all the the crazy Negavol fans, they went out and dug their 98 national championship T-shirts and crap out, and now everybody expects to win a natty every year. And where, to be honest with you, as ignorant as this sounds, now that some of these people are watching football again, they've got this mindset of like, oh, like fire him, let's start over. And it's like, dude, this is 2023. Like, you don't. Yes, you can get a powerhouse coach in and just about change your program overnight, but you can also, if you get behind the 8 ball in these kind of situations, you're looking at years to recover your program. Like, it just is what it is. So, I think, in my opinion, Heupel's the guy. I'm not going to say he's invincible or untouchable, but I mean, I think at this point, given what he's done, I think he should at least get another 3 years. I mean, obviously, if we go 4-8 next year or the next 2 years, then that's a different conversation. But I'm still happy with the progress. We're actually winning ball games, being a little bit more competitive. Obviously, this year's not been the best, but I mean, really, I think even you said it when you step back and take a look, and you're like, okay, we lost to Florida on the road, Bama on the road, and a really good Mizzou team on the road. I mean, all things considered, it's like, well, I mean, at least we didn't lose to, BYU or Utah State at home or something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a tough deal, but anyways, nuts to butts. Who you picking?
Do we have to pick this game? I mean,
Nah, we don't have to if we don't want to. I'm not. In fact, I'm not picking this game. I've already decided I'm not picking this game because I can't.
I mean,
I'll tell you what. I'll pick Georgia because I'm wrong a lot, so I'm just gonna pick Georgia because Georgia should win this game. So I'm gonna pick Georgia. I'll pick Georgia.
Don't get me wrong. Here's the thing. I think that the Vols can win this game. I really genuinely do. I think that on any given day where all of our boys show up, we're just as good as anybody. This one's a tough one, man. Georgia's, they've, not lost in like 8 years. That's entirely inaccurate. I don't know when the last time they lost.
It's been a while. I mean, they're
40-something games.
Yeah, they're on a big win streak. And
the last one that I remember specifically was South Carolina in like 2019. I don't know when their last loss was, but I think again, so I'm trying to think. I feel like
for this team is why not us? Why not this T right here on my head? Why not us? Like if somebody's going to beat them. They've won 40-something games in a row. They beat everybody. Why not us?
The question I guess that I would pose is, had we finished that Bama game, it's a totally different season, totally different conversation.
If we finish that Bama game, I honestly think we beat Missouri last week. And I think this right here is
is Bama that much better than Georgia? Is Georgia that much better than Bama? I mean, on paper, they're kind of similar. I mean, as far as like what they do and what they're good at. But I mean, we came out, played a great first half against Bama and then just completely shut down. So, if we come out and play inspired, and if our boys can, if they believe that they can win this game, I think that we can. In order for us to win this game, we have to get 225 yards on the ground. We can't be turning the ball over no more than 2 3-and-outs. I mean, that's in my opinion. I don't even care how Joe Milton plays. I just think you got to put the ball on the ground. You can't turn the ball over no more than 2 3-and-outs.
And dump the playbook out. I want to see D. Williams. Look, dump the playbook out. Let it all go. Let it all hang
This
out.
might as well
all on the field. This is it right here. We don't care about the bowl game at this point.
Yeah, this might as well be the last game of the season. I don't even care. Don't get me wrong, it would suck, but I don't even care if we lose to Vandy next week. Or is it next? It's either next week or the week after. I couldn't remember the exact date, but I know our next game. I know our game is actually Vandy, the next one. But yeah, I don't even care if we lose that game if we beat Georgia. And I mean, it's just sorry, me and Casper both are sick.
I apologize.
For some reason, when I sit down in front of this mic, I start struggling despite being on the phone all day.
Yeah, I've got COVID, so just in case anybody didn't know, I've got COVID. I just want everybody to know. Yeah,
but no, I think we can win this game. I think we just, them Neyland fans got to be loud, and Georgia got to do, they got to do what Bama did in the first half, and But,
I'm excited for the start of that game to be there. I've never been to anything like that in my life, so I'm pretty confident we get to go. Appreciate Mrs. Jasper for making that happen,
dude. It's gonna be.
I love you. I love you, girl.
It's gonna be insane. I mean, again, and like Casper said, dude, I want to see D. Williams on offense. Let's throw a little wildcat. Let's do a little fumblerooski, little, double throw. Whatever we got, full send it. And I don't even think that the Vols Nation is going to be that upset. They're going to be like, dude, we did everything we could.
Also, I want to go ahead and establish right now before this game starts. If it comes a close game and Heupel goes for it, I don't want to hear anybody complaining. Like, if it feels like we have to get a first down to win the game, I don't want to hear it. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to hear it. Because I can already see like us going for it on our own 45 and people losing their mind.
No, I think that's a little bit weird. Now, if it's like on our 24-yard line or something, I'll be kind of like mad at that. But no, I mean, yeah, it's
you gotta leave it all out there, man. Like this is not.
You got to leave it all out there, but again, you can't make mistakes against Georgia. If you turn the ball over in their red zone, I mean,
the fumbles is one thing that scares me. We had all those fumbles against Missouri last week. What, like 2? We hadn't fumbled the ball that many times all year. Dang near, it felt like
it was pretty bad. I mean, we had 3
the interception
turnovers
from Milton, like we talked about, didn't bother me as much. But you know, I hope we just run a solid offensive game.
I know one thing, boys. Hear me when I say this. We've got to do more than screens and bubbles and slants. We've got to throw the ball downfield, got to put the ball on the ground, and we've got to have some actual designed play calls. Designed, not just...
Look, if they're going to bite on that screen and stuff, you have to throw it over their head. Like, Milton has to be able to pump that ball and sling it. He has to. Period. So, anyhow, I think we beat this game enough. I don't think there's a whole lot more to say. You got anything else you need to add? Did you ever make a pick, or you decide not to pick?
I can't.
That's fair.
I think the Vols will win, but I just can't pick this one. I don't want to. For one, I don't want to jinx it, and for two, I just don't want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Georgia. Everybody will crucify me. But all right. Well, moving on to our next segment.
So, next segment is one of our long-running favorites segments of the week, and that is the Lock of the Week.
That magical time of the week where Big Drewski and Casper dishonor their families by placing betting wagers on college football games.
I'm all in.
Keep in mind that these two gentlemen are in no way, shape, or form experts and frankly, have no clue what they are doing. Please follow your state laws and gamble responsibly.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
So, for the record, I picked a lock of the week. However, still not 100% sure on it. There's not really anything in particular that sticks out to me this week. So, Casper, I'm going to let you start off while I decide.
All right, I'm going to go for a different one than what I have listed here. I'm going to go for Oregon, 23.5 over Arizona State. I think Bo Nix will just absolutely blow them apart. So I'm going to go with Oregon plus 23.5 or minus 23.5. I apologize.
So I'm glad you did that because I'm actually going to take Wake Forest. I'm going to take Wake Forest. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll back up and find it. Plus, what was it?
It's plus a lot. Sorry, I just killed that on you. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
Playing Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Well, I had scrolled past. Oh, here we go. Plus 24.5.
Yeah, that's a solid bet.
I felt really good about that one, but I seen you took so I'm like, you took, I think, the over or the under, and I was like, man, I don't want to pick two separate ones on the same one, but
yeah, I decided to change because I just felt like Oregon's absolutely going to blow Arizona State off the face of the earth. So they've done that a lot this year. So
we've done the Colorado kicker all year long.
Yeah.
So it's like part of me wants to stick with that. I'm trying
to take Washington State to beat them by 4.5. You can take it.
I don't know if my heart's going to let me do that. I was
going to look. I mean, this week right here, I think Colorado is going to win this game money line. I think this is their last win of the year opportunity, and I think Dion has to have it. And I think he'll get it done because if they win this game, they will end up in a bowl with 5-7. Just for the record,
I'm going to say over 62.5 total.
Really?
A
late game again. Dang.
Both teams late night under the lights. Colorado's putting up a bunch of points by themselves anyways. I think Washington State's going to get in a shootout with them. Washington State's got some ballers on their team. I actually feel pretty confident in that 62.5 total.
They both get 30.6 and 30.7 points. Are you sure you feel good about that?
I do. I feel 100% good about that. I think that this game could go into like a 42-45 type matchup. Because here's the thing,
it's probably going to be an overtime. So,
but here's the thing you got to remember though: Colorado's defense isn't really stellar either. Like
Yeah.
they put up points and they also allow a lot of points.
Yeah.
They are just circa Tennessee 2022 of like, we're just going to put up 40 or 50 or 60 and just hope you don't outscore us. Like, so I've actually felt pretty confident in the overs all year long with Colorado, specifically because of that. So,
Sounds good. I like it.
yeah, we'll see what happens. I feel pretty good about it. Pretty
All right.
good. Now we're gonna get into our other favorite segment, which is the weekly pick'em segment, where every week we go down through and we pick the games that are from the ESPN weekly pick'ems that we think are going to win or not or whatever. We make our predictions. You still have time to play with us, but time is running out. And at this point, if you're just starting, you're probably not going to be able to win the grand prize. I did talk to David Down today. So I had a little issue with his Amazon thing. I don't know why. For some reason, I was trying to send him credit and it wasn't working. And then he got sick. So I told him today, I was like, look, dude, I was honestly at this point, you were skunking everybody. I was just going to wait and just either send it all to you at once, or I gave him the option. Now, I had bought this for myself, but I gave him the option to take this signed Hendon Hooker jersey, which as of right now is trending for about the same amount. So I'm going to give him the option, see what he wants to do. But old Daver Down is, he's been skunking everybody all year long. I was trying to pull up I'm 69-41, and he is in first. I can't see
He is. You are 4 games back. You got to get 4 on him in 2 weeks. Only got 2 weeks left.
Man, I gotta keep that good fortunes rolling is what I gotta do.
Yep.
I gained 20 points on him this week. Actually, I gained 40 points on him the last 2 weeks, so I just gotta keep after that.
You got him, at least for a tie.
Okay, so game numero uno kicks off at noon on Saturday. The Louisville Cardinals are going to the Miami Hurricanes. Miami is 6-4. Louisville is 9-1. 86% of people has went with Louisville, but Casper, what say you?
Give me the Hurricanes, baby. Upset Louisville. This will ruin Louisville's trying to play in the ACC championship game. All they have to do is win this game. They play Florida State. And I'm going to go ahead and call my shot. They don't get it done.
Also, if Louisville loses this game going to the ACC standings, Florida State is 8-0 right now. Yep. Louisville's 6-1. Everybody else is 4-2. So that's going to make for some interesting shootout top scenarios here. I mean, that could really mess things up. But yeah, I'm actually going to go with
those tiebreakers, though.
Do what?
You see who's sitting at the top of those tiebreakers, though? My Tar Heels, baby. Yeah, I'm dead serious. I think Miami at home. I think they've had a really disappointing year, and I think they're going to get the win. Who you got?
I actually picked Miami as well.
Oh, there it is.
I'm kind of with you. It's a noon kickoff. It's at home. Louisville's played good, but Miami's way down there. I don't know, man. I like you said, dude, I think Miami kind of got a bad rep there early in the season. If they would have just taken a kneel, honestly, I don't know that they would have. Georgia State would have maybe not had the moxie. Georgia State. Georgia Tech would have maybe not gained the momentum that they had to go in and upset a few of those teams. But yeah, I'm going to take Miami at home as well. Next game up kicks off at noon as well. We have the SMU Mustangs, the 8-2 SMU Mustangs traveling to Memphis to take on the Memphis Tigers. 56% of America has picked Memphis. Casper?
Give me SMU. They're going to they're going for a win in Memphis. Give me
Yeah, I'm actually right there with you. I got SMU as well. Majority of people have picked
Memphis because they're the home team, but
Yeah. Matchup predictors got SMU at 74%.
Yeah.
I clicked out of it. 74.8. So basically 75% is what ESPN says. I'm going to go with ESPN on that one, man. That one's tough. Now, this next one, I feel like you maybe have slightly more insight in. I don't know. But
Not really.
Appalachian State travels to the undefeated James Madison Dukes. This is 2 p.m. kickoff. Appalachian State is 6-4. Only 5% of America has picked App State to win this game. App State is James Madison's on an undefeated stretch. They've really been rocking and rolling. Their most notable win has been against Virginia, and that was by 1 point. So, man, they are lighting it up.
So,
Casper, what say you?
first of all, just for the record, James Madison got officially rejected. They appealed their postseason ban after moving up from the lower division to 1A football, and that was officially revoked. So they will not be able to play in bowl games or anything like that. App State, this is the game day game. You know that, right? This is the college game day game. App State on college game day. It doesn't matter where that game's at. They play tough. I'm
You
going to
think-
go with the Mountaineers to upset the Dukes. I really am. I think App State 6-4 disappointing comes in here and absolutely beats the crap out of James Madison.
Who's the guest picker? You think they're going to grab Luke Combs again?
No, I would assume they're going to go somebody James Madison because James Madison's new to the scene. But yeah, I'm going to go with App State. I really am. I think the Mountaineers will pull it off here.
I was trying to look up to see if they have a guest picker because I don't know of anybody notable that's came from.
Thursday.
Do what?
They don't announce it for a while, so I mean, I don't even know where James Madison is located at. To be completely honest,
It's
with you.
in Virginia.
Maybe they'll have Oliver Anthony.
That would be smart. Normally they try to pick someone that's a fan of that team, but I don't think anybody's heard of James Madison before like 2021.
No, they have not. They have not at all. So.
Yeah, I was trying to look. I don't see anything. But yeah, I'm gonna take James Madison at home. App State's a good football team on any given day. I think they're going to keep rolling for one more week, and then they've got Coastal Carolina coming in the following week, or they might be going to Coastal. I can't remember exactly, but I just think that they're going to kind of roll off the edge there next week.
Original Cinderella, and they're going to break the slipper. That's all I'm saying. Next.
They have been known to do that from time to time. Yeah, I don't see a guest picker. So we'll go with that. But next game is the Utah Utes is traveling to Arizona. Number 22 Utah versus number 17 Arizona. Although, game day wants to go to App State and James Madison. This game is going to kick off at 2:30. Arizona, we've said some good things about on this show, or actually that was probably CFP show. Who do you got for this one?
I mean, I'm gonna go Arizona, man. I've been rolling with them all year. They've been tough to end the year. I'm gonna go Arizona. Utah's kind of faded here at the end, unfortunately, and it sucks because they had the run they had going, and I was riding them hard. But I'm gonna go with Arizona to get the win.
I think, not having Cam Rising, I think they just have ran out of some steam there at the end. They're riding high, like you said, for a little bit, but, you can only ride that so long. I'm actually going to go Arizona as well at home. Only 32% of people have picked them, but I think Arizona is getting hotter and gaining more traction, and Utah is going the opposite way, like you said. So be curious to see what happens. Next game, Illinois Fighting Illini is going to the number 16 Iowa Hawkeyes. This is 3:30 kickoff. Iowa is one of the lowest scoring teams in America. 8-2 though. They got some stout, stingy defense. Casper, who's getting the win at this one?
Worth noting that I think the reason this game is in the pick'ems is Illinois is getting a quarterback back that went out early in the year, and he was kind of doing pretty good. I can't remember his name, but I'm gonna go with Iowa. Iowa's probably gonna. I mean, the over under's 30. Take the under. Take Iowa. I mean, they'll probably drink some Busch beer.
I'm going Iowa as well. Yeah, Altmaier is going to return, and he is pretty solid. But man, that Iowa defense is good. They're at home. This is what I would consider primetime matchup at 3:30. I think Iowa is going to keep rolling. They're going to go to 9-2. So, Casper, I'll let you tee this next one off.
Next up, we got number 20 North Carolina Tar Heels traveling to the Clemson Tigers. Clemson Tigers are on a little bit of a reboot. I think they've played pretty well last couple weeks ever since Tyler called in and cussed out old Dabo. But Tar Heels are coming in here for the win. Tar Heels still alive in the ACC and a chance to play in the ACC championship game. They do have to win this game and their game against NC State next week. And I think they have what it takes with Drake May, Amari Hampton. I think they have what they need to get the win. I'm going to take the Tar Heels, even though matchup predictor gives this game 60% to the Tigers. What about you, big sir?
Listen, Dabo's going to whip it out and show him that he still has got it. He's going to retire Drake May in North Carolina. He's going to end their magical run. They're going to get knocked out of the ACC. Clemson at home, 3:30. I think Clemson's going to take the dub on this one. I think it's going to be competitive. But I think Dabo and the Clemson Tigers are starting to pick up steam. They're trying to save this season. They've got way more to play for than the Carolina Tar Heels do right now. So I'm actually going to take Clemson.
Carolina's playing to win the ACC and beat Florida State in championship game. All right, moving on. UNLV.
That's fine. They're going to go home with the loss, though.
The UNLV Rebels travel to the Air Force Falcons for another 3:30 kick. Air Force started off hot, kind of undefeated, and I think they lost 2 in a row. Sorry, I'm trying to look that up, but they've kind of tanked. What you got, sir?
They
have lost 2 in a row to Army and Hawaii.
They have lost 2 in a row. And usually I tend to take, universities over the armed forces. Army, Navy, all that, just because they tend to have more ball players. But I'm going to take Air Force. I think they're going to turn it back around this week. They're at home. It's towards the end of the season, so I'm going to take Air Force.
I like that pick. Go Falcons. Up next, we have the number 21 Kansas State Wildcats traveling to the number 25 Kansas Jayhawks for a 7 o'clock kick on FS1. Matchup predictor gives this game 80% to the Kansas State Wildcats over the Jayhawks. I think this is going to be a tough game to watch. Not sure who I'm going to go with yet. What do you say, you kind sir?
Man, this one is rough for me. Kansas State and Kansas are both good teams. They're both 7-3. Kansas State has a better conference record. They're still fighting for a chance at the championship. They're the reigning champs. This one is not necessarily an away game, in my opinion, when it's an in-state rivalry like this. But I'm going to take Kansas State on the road. I think that they're going to come in and prove that they are a football school, and they're going to retire Kansas for the season.
Interesting. Kansas Jayhawks at home, night game. Going to be dark. Probably going to be, I'm going to look at the weather here. 59, that's not too bad for Kansas this time of year. I'm going to go with the Jayhawks to get the win over the Kansas State Wildcats. I think we said it all year, night games matter at home, which leads us up to our next, in my opinion, other than Tennessee, Georgia, the highlight matchup of the weekend. Number 5, Washington Huskies travel to the number 11 Oregon State Beavers. Washington obviously 10-0. Oregon State is 8-2. They took their losses to Arizona by 3, and was it Utah? I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember the other one. And to Washington State by 3. They have 2 losses for a combined 6 points. DJ,
Oregon State.
Yes. DJ has got it figured out up there for the Beavs. this game, have you looked at matchup predictor?
I have. Interestingly enough, those 2 losses came on the road as well. This game is kind of evenly matched up. Washington 52.4% favor. To me, that's just close enough to take that night game atmosphere, 7:30. Well, no, that's is 7:30 our time.
It'll be 3:30 there. This game will end in the dark, and this, in my opinion, it's Corvallis, Oregon is where they play at. I watched that one like Friday night game that they played. I think it was against Arizona or whatever. That is a super underrated night stadium.
Yeah,
like super underrated stadium.
it is.
I mean, Oregon State is favored in this game over Washington. Do you realize that?
You're talking about Vegas favored?
Yeah, by 2.5 points.
The only downside is normally if a team's favored 2.5, that's Vegas giving you just enough to lose some money on.
This right here is the setup for the Pac-12. Do what the Pac-12 does every year: have 2 teams with 1 loss going to championship and miss the playoff. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it. Give me the Beavs, who don't love a nice hairy beaver. Go Beavs.
I'm definitely going to take. I'm gonna take Oregon State as well. That's who I picked. I'm gonna kind of stick with it. Last week I went with my gut, ended up doing pretty well. So I'm just gonna stick with my gut. For the record, the only one that I'm still not 100% sure on is the Kansas State one. So I may change that later. But for right now, yeah, I'm gonna go Kansas State and Oregon State. That's the ones.
All right, last game we won this one out.
We're going with 18% of America. That's insane.
Listen, Washington is good, but I'm telling you, they're beatable. And I think on the road, they're beatable. They haven't played a game on the road yet this year. If you go back and look at their schedule, they have not played a tough game on the road. So, speaking of road games, number 7 Texas travels to Iowa State for an 8 o'clock kickoff. That is going to be a night game. Iowa State is one of those teams that absolutely loves to wreak havoc and cause issues. Texas obviously is 9-1, still has a chance at the playoffs, in my opinion. And they travel to Iowa State. Who you got, sir?
Okay, this one's tough for me. 8 o'clock kickoff time.
This will be a game to watch. I just want that to be known. This will not be like this is not a blowout.
Yeah, I think this game's going to go more down to the wire than people think it will.
I agree.
Becht is actually, he's got similar numbers to Ewers, is Ewers still out?
No, Ewers is back, but I think that Becht missed some games as well, actually. But
I think, in my opinion, I'm going to go with Texas, at least for right now. I think that both teams have decent defenses. Well, I mean, Texas has really good defense, but Iowa State has a decent defense. But honestly, man, I think Texas is going to get it done on the ground. So I'm going to go Texas.
Yeah, I'm going to go Texas too, because I think Texas is an underrated football team at 9-1 with that loss to Oklahoma. I think that win to Bama looks pretty strong for Texas right now. Obviously, Bama's got better, but giving Texas on the road to go ahead and lock it up, finish up all the work they need to do. I would also probably take the over on this game. I just feel like this is going to be one of those kind of barn burners, and I think 46 is not very many for this game. So, I'll take the over for myself.
And the tie-breaking question, how many points will be scored in App State versus James Madison? I say 71.
65.
Ooh. All right. Well, that's pretty much all I got. Is there anything that we're forgetting?
I don't think so, sir. It's been a great one. We got our locks of the week. We got our pick'ems in, guys. We only got one more week of pick'ems left. We may do a bowl one. We may not. I don't know if we've decided officially yet, but we had talked about it. If everybody wants to do it, we'll do it. If not, may just let it go. But I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to a good weekend of football. Looking forward to going to Neyland Stadium and watching the VOLS. Hopefully,
2
get
games in the
everything
season.
I'm going to give everything I got for my seat, and I hope to watch the team give everything they got on the field. So,
I am going to. I'm hoping some things work out, and maybe I can slide in and go at the last second. But we'll see what happens. But that is all that I have. That's all we have. No matter what, go Vols. If for some reason it doesn't go the way we want, hey, me and Casper's going to be here for you again on Monday. This is Big Drewski.
I'm Casper.
And this is a little Tangerine Show, baby. We are out. Peace.